my name ring bells. People see me and can't help themselves. See me and themselves. I wouldn't wanna be anybody else. I never used to think I'd be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find new ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thunder, but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. I don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb, I don't get to take off. A hater get up, I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long, I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what the mad for. I just had to do and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib, ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining, I gotta bitch change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day they take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Squad like We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Down, 60 Pittsburgh.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to...
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Back to throw, Greer. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but now it's 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there, because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, here's Greer. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Mike the 59. Stop your whining. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Keep it up, defense, keep it up.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taken right around the 44. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
At the 31-yard line.
Okay, ready? Ready?
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. The 1st-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
64, win. Hey, exit. Shoot.
On play action, Greer to throw it. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
1st down, Panthers.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator.
On 1st down, it's Greer. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Preston Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Greer. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 12-yard line.
158. Back one.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. K'Wan Short able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
From his end zone, it's Rodgers on 3rd and long. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And he'll take it just outside the 40. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Greer. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Montrevious Adams just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Ready? 10 2 ball. Go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, getting the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Mike, check. 59.
Rodgers going to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, check 26.
Mike, check.
Hey, Zoo.
Check.
Right now, you got 58.
Check.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Check, 59.
Hey, Delta. You ain't got
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
After the run, Greer going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Greer. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Hey, Charlie.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
This is McCaffrey. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Greer. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go.
Here's Greer. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 43. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
On play action. Now Rodgers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height.
Touchdown, Packers.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Set. 15, line it. 15 line. Snap.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front,
Here we go.
really well done.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
26. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Right, check. 59.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Check it backer, check it backer.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Let's go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Greer. Oh, now Greer, he fumbled the football, and the Packers pick it up. The big fella past the 20. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Good job. Good job.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score. Packers 21. Packers nothing. Mason Crosby set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, rock it. Rock it. Ready?
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Get him, boy.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Got his target, Samuel. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
They'll run it with Scarlett. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Check 25, check 25. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Yo, 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 go, go. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go, let's go.
Now Scarlett. And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Jordan Scarlett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming up.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this is incomplete.
Rodgers pass. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike's at 59. It's a
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a first down carry by Jones. So on the big tight end, hold it.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
319.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Let's go, Happy.
Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. Got a man. That's Allison. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Luke Kuechly, the all-pro linebacker, in on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers, operating from the gun. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, 88, 88. Hey, Alpha.
Check 55, Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Operating from the gun. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now Crosby for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Greer now on 2nd down. And Thomas has it. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Greer. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Greer. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Packers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9.
He's crashing.
Get 300. Get 300. Smooth.
From the gun, Rodgers. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter.
General West.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now it's Greer. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Hey.
Here's Greer. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Zadarius Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd and long, here's Greer. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. Now this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Whistles in a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. Second down and goal. Rodgers. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Mike 51.
Throwing now is Rodgers. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. Hey, wahoo!
Greer to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got his target. That's more. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. McCaffrey. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd and 1, Greer. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Completes it to Samuel. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Packers, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.